Welcome to a review of the sedimentation and centrifugation world markets. This is a service that covers clarifiers, centrifuges, and hydrocyclones and a few other devices. In fact, we'll talk about that in a minute. The report is about 5,000 pages in length and it's being updated on a continuing basis. So when you subscribe online for a year, and there's a nominal additional price for other subscribers, and they can be anywhere in the world. So the main subscriber could be in one country, and there could be subscribers all over the world. And in fact, many of our large companies that use this and other market reports have, many subscribers all over the world, and the salesmen are actually using it too, because we have a number of updates for all the different projects as well as the market forecasting. In fact, let's even talk about why we believe that this allows you to integrate market research and actual sales. First of all, we have the kind of updates in here that would be useful more to the top management because of their updates about the market itself as opposed to the individual salesman. But we're also doing integrating the market research with information on our free site. So if you go into our Global Orchard free site, you can actually see and hear this Alpha Laval interweb view, as well as some of these other interweb views on dissolved air flotation, which is also one of the things covered in this report. So these are benefits that you have as a subscriber and user of the report itself. So these are the updates that are for the report itself, but let's go into the updates that might be for a particular industry. So we click on the pharmaceutical industry, and we see that there are updates for the pharmaceutical industry, and you can click on the individual projects, but this particular facility is adding to the expanding its facilities, and so you have this on a monthly basis where you get the information on new projects. There's another Becton Dickinson that announced an expansion and 48,000 square foot production plant. You also can go into plant databases, so you can search by Becton Dickinson or any of these other here and go in and query the report. In this result, I just misspelled that. Let's go into something I can spell, like Pfizer, for instance, and we will see that you can go in on any one of the Pfizer plants and so forth. So you can see how this is useful to your salespeople as well as to your top management. And the other way, even obviously for the management, the most useful part of the report is I'm going to get this out of the way here, a little housekeeping, and we're going to go back to the home page, and we're going to go into forecasting. And this is the part of the report where we forecast 50,000 individual forecasts for every country of the world. And so first you can go in for the top management basis, and you're looking at the global view, and you're seeing how big this market is by each one of these devices. So you've got clarifiers, and these include, by the way, the clarifiers for solids, but also for separating oil and water. Then your decanter centrifuges, your disc centrifuges, your dissolved air flotation, hydrocyclones, and then you have other centrifuges, push, puller, and so forth type centrifuges. So those are the major areas, but you can see that the clarifiers is the big area, and these are also include the thickeners for solid separation, but again, the oil, water, which would be a big area as well. But you can look at that, dissect it any way you want to, by country, by region, by industry, and you can look at it by industry, for instance, and see that the Power industry is a big user of this type of equipment. Wastewater is another big user. The power industry uses the equipment for separating wastewater. For cooling water, it's very, very big, because there would be a number of separations that have to be made with the cooling water, which is being recycled. So the report is divided into these various different segments. Here's another one on chemicals, metalworking, and other areas. You can also go in and hear recordings that we were just talking about here, by conferences, by presenter, by subject, etc. We have a networking directory where you can go in and get the people at a particular facility. So these would be, as you can see, this is very extensive. There are thousands of companies that are included here. So you can go in and click on the people at a particular company and contact the individuals by email or by phone number. And also you can go in to some of the older newsletters and things if you wish as well, and you can go in by keyword searches such as agitators or tubular centrifuges or solid bowl or used or coagulants or classifiers and so forth here. So there's another way, cyclones, to go in by particular articles. So there's a search engine, various types of search engines that are involved with it as well. So in summary, we have information, again, thousands of pages of information arranged by the individual industries. And they would have application analyses and things, so you can get into what is drinking water and what is potable water treatment, and some of the things that you get into in terms of having what do you have to remove. And this is where you would be using your sand filters and your dissolved air flotation. What types of disinfection and things do you have to do in the municipal area? And we do the same thing in power, in chemicals. And again, chemicals, I think, is you've got these generic applications, SIC code, segmentation. These are all the industries within the chemical industry that would be covered. And you can see how much they use in cooling water versus discharge water with this particular display. Metalworking, ethanol, we would get into as well, and you get the generic applications up. I haven't hit I got above that there, and so the description of what all these things are in an ethanol plant, and you can see here that you're getting into the use of centrifuges would be particularly well used in the ethanol industry, where you are separating out the product, which is the ethanol itself, from the solids. So I think this gives you some brief introduction to what's in this very extensive report, and again, it's updated continually. We would welcome any questions that you may have, and this is Bob McIlvaine signing off for now.